Yes, I am, Matty brother. How you doing? Gavin, what's up? So I went up there and fished those little salmon, those kokanee. And like I said, I missed the spawn. I was too late. I caught two fish. I had them on. And, the strike was decent. And they put up like 5 seconds of fight. And then they just rolled over and I pulled them in. The first one I pulled the hook. The second one, I just gave him slack and kept jiggling it and he spit the hook. There was absolutely no sport in it. And, every one of those fish is going to be dead in a week. And I just couldn't see myself up there trying to get, milk the last little life out of those poor bastards. So I'm done with, I'm not going to try to fish for them right now. I'm just going to go ahead and focus on the smallmouth. I went up to the other Box Canyon Dam up the river and I didn't even think about it. And I stepped out on this dock and 5 smallmouth bass. The smallest one was probably 1.5 pounds, and they all just shot out from underneath that dock. I went up there this morning, and they got one of the gates open. I think they got all their units are turning because it's just a really super fast flow. So that's why I came 10 miles downriver, and we're going to give it a shot here for some smallmouth. Hey, Sir Martin, what's going on, brother? What fly am I using? I'll show you. This is one of the flies my buddy built, my buddy made for me. And he catches smallmouth bass on these. It's a bead head. And it's the chartreuse color. So hopefully it'll... No, I stayed at my mom and dad's house. They live right here. This is my hometown. Well, what I consider it. I was raised in California, but I went to high school here. My mom's family been living right here in this valley for the last 100 years, 110 years. So yeah, I got to visit mom and dad. I just come down here for a couple hours. I'm gonna try these smallmouth, and then my main focus of the visit is seeing mom and dad. Good to see you guys, man. Thanks for stopping by, brothers. As soon as I'm done with this cigarette, I'm going to do my first cast. I just got here. I've been live for about almost 4 minutes. Yeah, it is a nice fly. My buddy hooked me up with some beautiful, because I told him I was going to go for smallmouth because the trout fishing just, wasn't that great. And he hooked me up with a bunch of high dollar lures, articulating flies. I mean, he just hooked me up, man. The funny thing is I had no idea the dude was a fly fisherman. I worked with him, we were a team, and we never did bring up fly fishing. Well, then once I retired and I met Maddie and I started meeting all these other guys, man, you know what, I'm gonna try fly fishing. So I did, and now I'm pretty much hooked on it now. I mean, granted, the biggest fish I've caught is 12 inches, but if I can catch one of these 2 or 3 pound smallmouth, man, you want to talk about a fighting dog. Yes, there are. Martin. What's funny, Maddie, is one of my live streams I did yesterday, fishing. It was about 45 minutes. It's gone. I don't know what happened to it, but it's gone. Oh, there goes a bald eagle. No. See, that bald eagle, not only he's sitting down here on a big dead snag, he's looking for fish, but also I've seen those bald eagles snatch a mallard right out of the air. I was duck hunting one time. This was 30 years ago down on this river, about 5 miles from here. And I was in a pit blind and I had my Weimaraner, good bird dog. And all of a sudden he alerted and he heard those ducks cutting air with their wings before I did. And they got within about 100 yards, and I was getting ready to unload on him. And all of a sudden, I caught something out of the corner of my eye, and it was a bald eagle. He came right down there and snatched one of those ducks right out of the air. A lot of geese down here. Hey, Jennifer, what's going on? Good to see you. And this is one of the few places I get service is here. I thought I could get service up there at Box Canyon Dam, but that's I was there yesterday when it kept buffering out on me. I couldn't get a signal there. I would for maybe 30 seconds, but I got a good strong signal here. All right, guys, I'm gonna put this thing in the water. Isn't it gorgeous here? Time to get this baby in the water. Hey, Rolls Royce, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by, Rolls Royce. Good to see y'all. Well, if you don't have to work today, Jennifer, have a beer. All right, I'm gonna go here and work this fly a little bit on these bass. on the chat here. Hey, Dolly, what's going on? Good morning. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this camera over here because right there's a confluence where there's a creek running down in it. So I'm going to go right over there and I'm going to throw into that. What are you doing, sweetie? Special ability learning, how you doing? There you go. Now you can connect with everybody. I've seen you on a couple of channels. I know you. You going live tonight, Maddie? Time flies. Right on. Barney UK, what's up? You heading out, Jennifer? Okay, you take care. Thanks for swinging in. I appreciate you. I'm gonna kind of move this. But I kind of like this view over here better. I don't want to be casting out there anyway, but freaking wind is killing me, man. It's colder than hell down here. That's okay, Marie. I can't spell any day. Okay, buddy. Take care, brother. Thanks for stopping in, Brother Matty. Oh, man, this wind is so... I think I'm going to change that fly out. I think it's too heavy. And the way this wind is, and there's a lot of stuff under the water, you know. There's a lot of stuff, since they got the gates open. A lot of debris coming down. Shit, I wouldn't do it for 500, man. This water is so freaking cold right now. And that pole's out there about 60 yards. I wouldn't make it back to shore, buddy. I wouldn't make it 6 inches. All right, thanks, Maddie. I appreciate you. Yeah, it rained a little bit yesterday, not too bad, but thing is all the mountains around here, it was rain down here in the valley and they got snow, and now the wind's blowing across them snow-capped peaks. I mean, it's cold. It's really cold. I think I might if the wind dies down, I'm gonna go behind me here and try fishing those docks. Those bass, they love hanging out under those docks. The way the wind's blowing, I'll get wrapped around one of the piles. About this part of the country, it's normally not windy up here. I don't hardly ever remember it being windy up here when I was in high school and even in my 20s and 30s, but for some reason we get a lot of wind in Washington now. We didn't used to. I mean, we did out on the Scablands because there's, you know, the only thing to break the wind is a piece of sagebrush and a rock. Backtrack, what's going on, brother? We're gonna see how this guy works. Focus that is. I'm gonna put that on. Hey, Steel City, what's going on, man? I'm gonna try to get this thing in the water in this wind. there. What, that? That little tiny bobber? It's barely bigger than my thumbnail. And it's hollow. It doesn't hardly have any weight at all. But the nice thing about the bobber is I've got this scud on. Just see the scud I've got on there. So with the way the water's all choppy, it's gonna jig it for me. But I'm gonna go back in here in this corner, and then the bobber also catches the current and keeps my line straight for me and moves it. So yeah, I know I'm moving right now. Caster shows up and immediately starts busting my balls. Keeps me on my toes though. We're gonna move around here though. Fish this little inlet. There's a creek running right in here, and it's got actually got pretty good flow coming in. So not only big bass will be here, hopefully a trout. I'll tell you one thing, this place would be stellar for duck hunting. So I'll put you guys right about there. How's that? Hey, Share Bear. Okay, I'm getting it in the water. See if we can't make something happen here. I'm just gonna let that water work that bubble. Got up here. Get you guys leveled up here. I'm looking at that water there though, and it out there where my line is, it's about 8 feet deep, maybe even close to 10. The creek's got a channel cut in it. get you guys focused in on that water a little more. All right. What did I miss here? I would think they'd hold there too, man. Hey, babe, what's going on? I missed you. Sorry about that. There you go. You're hooked up now. You can connect. You're probably already connected with everybody anyway. You know what? That green, I don't know. It might be too late in the year for that chartreuse. I got a little wiggly worm. Give me your guys' opinion on this. But I don't know if this thing floats or not. No, it's got a bead head. Okay, cool. But what do you guys think about this? Oh yeah, I'm loving that 3 cast, bro. Black and red it is. And you think black and red will be a good color for smallmouth bass? Oh, the worm summer lure, because there's no worms this time of year and the fish aren't that stupid, right? So I got this woolly booger. It's got a red head, it's got a kind of a chartreuse body, and then it's got the black feathers. This right here, or the worm? The worm. You know what? I'll give it a shot. We'll give the worm a shot. For fuck's sake, Cal. Hey, but if I catch one on this, do you like, Castor, do you like a peppercorn glaze on your crow? Hey, Daisy May, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. All right, I'm going to cut this thing off and put the wormy worm on. Oh, have you? I'm sorry, Daisy May. I apologize. I don't know if it was casters or not. It probably was. Came on and I was talking, didn't have my line in the water, and they're like, what the fuck is this? Is this a fishing channel or is this a talk show? I can't remember who it was that said that though. Okay, so let's put this what I got on here too is no, I don't. I'm still really limited on it. There's supposed to be catfish in here, but they ain't gonna be very active right now. This water is cold. I didn't bring my thermometer down to check it. Ooh, that's a small one too. It's hard to see. Yeah, so I got a 9-foot tapered leader on it, and then I didn't have any rings, so I had to do a blood knot. But I got some splice rings coming, 1.5 millimeter, and then I've got 3-pound test about 3 foot on the end of the tapered leader, and it seems to be working pretty damn good. And that way I can save on my tapered leader. Cat whiskers are good flies. I'll have to look it up. I don't even know what a okay, then it wasn't Castor. You know who it might have been? A Skeeter. Okay, we're gonna get this baby in the water. As soon as I set the pole down, I've got a bite. Almost got seaweed on it. Okay, so first cast with it, I got a bite. As soon as I set the pull down, something hit it. I don't know about the train thing. God, guys. Okay. Yep, Gavin was right. I mean, as soon as it hit the water, it was in the water for about 20 seconds, and as soon as I set the rod down, bing, 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 something hit it. I grabbed the rod, and the bobber came back up. Yeah, that's the second time, and you were right about the 3 cast deal too, buddy. That's a hat trick for you, Gavin. You're batting 1,000 in my book. But Castor's giving me some really, really good information too. Correct. It's not a fly, it's a worm. I've heard some guys call those trash flies. That was that last rod I bought. It had 12 flies in it, and the wiggly worm was in there, and this really good looking shrimp was in there too. I tried it yesterday. I didn't have any luck with it. But I really like the looks of this fly. But good, beautiful flies only catch anglers, right? Got the eyeballs there. So when it's swimming, it looks like a shrimp. But that was one of the flies that came in. That's a pretty nice fly. All right, I'm gonna go out here and work this bobber a little bit. I don't know if I should. The way the ripples on the water are bouncing it, it's kind of almost like jigging it. Oh, would it? Well, normally, you know, when I was young in high school, I used to fish these bass all the time. That's all we ever used was a worm. Once in a while, we'd put a marshmallow with the worm, just so they'd have some color. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this. Okay, so that seems to be the ticket because I just got another bite, but I think it's real small, like 5 and 6 inch smallmouth bass. But I just got another bite, and what I did last time, I threw it out there, let it set for a few minutes, and then just do some real little short strips and kind of let it bounce. And on the third one, I got a hit. But like I said, I'm pretty sure it's a real small fish. But hey, what gets the attention of big fish is when little fish are going nuts over something, right? Yeah, where this creek is coming out, right across the highway, a guy has a huge private pond, and he's got it stocked with trout. He's got it stocked with triploids, brown trout, and eastern brooks. The only reason he was able to do that is because that's the native fish in this river. Well, not the triploids, but that's what the fish and game want to plant in here in the river. So all right, I'm gonna go work that worm. I'm loving that. Let's keep an eye on that baby. Yeah, there's snow right up there on those mountains. Let you guys check it out. Yeah, they got good snow up there. 3 casts. Yep. The cast plan. Right in there is probably where I'm going to get one. That's where I've been getting the bumps. But I also see a lot of beaver action in here. A lot of limbs and stuff that are stripped of all the bark. A lot of willow. And then this mud bank right where my poles land is all dug out. And that's what those beaver do. Is they'll take them limbs and they'll weave them. And then they take mud. They'll dig out of these banks, clay mud, and they'll pack them. I almost did. If I catch a bass on this, or a big bass, I've caught 2 little 6-inch smallmouths on the Columbia, but they got some nice smallmouths. They have a smallmouth bass tournament here every year, and I mean, there's guys bringing in 4 or 5 pound smallmouths. I think the record on this river is pushing 9 pounds. And yesterday when I went up to Box Canyon, before I go home, I'm gonna stop, man. I'm gonna try them bass. There was a little dock there, probably about 12 feet long, about 8 feet wide. And all I was thinking about was trout fishing, you know. I stepped out on that dock and 5 bass come out from underneath that dock, 5 smallmouth, and I'll bet the smallest one was probably 14 inches. Yep, that's exactly right, casters. That's why we call them sea bass. Yeah, we have smallmouth bass and largemouth bass, and then we probably have close to a dozen species of, you know, you got your peacock bass, your diamond bass, I mean, just striped bass. Yeah, we got a lot of freshwater bass in the Americas. I'm just going to let that bobber sit there and work. And little ones are gathered up, hopefully. And as soon as I move it, put that first jerk on, one of them will probably hit it. And I hope they get the attention of the big boys. Damn. Oh, I wish I would have brought a thermos full of coffee. Let's see how much power I got left here. Oh, I still got 74%.